Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Parshvika. In this channel, we talk a lot about the manifestation, the magic, and all that esoteric knowledge, the supernatural powers, the topics that I really passionate to talk about. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna talk about a book review because recently I've been reading a book. Most often, it's now about listening a book. That's The Journey of the Souls by Michael Newton, PhD. And I'm going to talk about this book because I've been listening to the audiobook. I used to read the books a lot, but now I listen to them because I feel more connected to them when I listen to them. So let's talk about this book review, what I think about it. Let's do it. Give this video a big thumbs up. Do consider subscribing if you want more videos like this. Okay, let's talk about this book. Honestly speaking, if you don't believe in the afterlife, if you don't believe in the incarnation and all that spiritual, the magic, supernatural, then this book may not be that helpful to you, because this book is actually focusing on how the souls evolve with every lifetime, and it's really practical, and it's based on the research and the experiment that they did on the people. They have the case studies of the different people who are talking in this book, and the doctor or the professional is asking them the questions, and the people who are being in the part of the experiment are actually replying to these answers in a very smart way, not from the human perspective, not from the logical or the ego mind perspective, but from the soul perspective. It's kind of like a next level to this book, and I actually never read this book because of the good reviews or something like that. I was watching some YouTuber talking about this book, and I was so interested in knowing about the afterlife and incarnation, how the souls evolve, how the souls go from one life to the next, what happens after we die, where our soul goes, and all that hell and heaven concept. Like, people talk a lot about the hell and heaven concept. Does it really exist, the hell and heaven concept, or what is it? What is the power, and how the souls evolve? What are the auras of the different souls? Because in this book they talk a lot about these things. This book is actually focusing on the real case studies of the people who are part of their experiment, and they experimented with these people to the hypnosis, to the different methods and techniques and strategies. I just know a little bit about it. I don't know about how they do all these case studies in general. Of course, I can learn more about it, but at this time I only know a little bit about it, and I feel like they do the real, what I feel about it, they do the real case studies, and then they ask these people the questions, and they answering these questions based on the soul level, and these questions are really meaningful. And when I listen to this book, the more I listen to this book, I feel connected with these answers the people are giving them in the book, and what the author is talking about the book. I feel like this book is really a must to listen, a must to read. If you believe in afterlife, if you want to know more about what happened to the souls, what happened to the people when they die, when you leave this body, if you want to know more about how we transcend our life, what happens when we move from one life to the next, how the souls evolve, what are the different auras. And in this book also I have seen that the author is talking about the different auras of the souls. Like, there are some young souls and there are some old souls, so depending on the knowledge and the experience, and more conscious, not conscious, I think it's a super conscious word that I could use over here, but more super conscious the soul is, the more older the soul is, they have the different color of the auras, different kind of the like the color or the light that they have around them. It's all about the talking about the spirit level. It's not talking about the physical body level. They're not talking about the body. There is nothing to talk about the body, but they're talking about the souls. So if you want to know more about the afterlife, then this is a perfect book. I really love this book because I never read such a book in my life before, talking more about the souls. I heard about all these concepts about the afterlife, incarnation from the different religion books. The religions talk about these afterlife, but I never heard about I never heard before about that actually the experiment being done about on the souls, and talking about the journey of the souls. And I wanted to pack up the religion concept with the science, because then it makes more useful and more powerful for me to understand this concept more deeply, and to go more deep dive into that, because I feel purposeful when I go and read about these books and I learn about these things and I actually practice in my life based on these things, I change my mind, the way I think or way I perceive the things or way I perceive this world according to these books, because these books are really helpful if you believe in this concept and if you want to know more about it. They actually opens your mind in a different way and they show you totally the new world that not people talk about it. We are all caught up in the dramas of this life of making money, having partner, family, friendships, all that stuff. We're so caught up in this human perspective that we forget about the soul perspective. And I think that when you are on this planet Earth, every soul has a purpose. Every soul is there for a reason. Nobody is here just for eating food or just for making money or just for having a family, just to finish that life checklist that is thrown on us by the society, by other people. No, everybody has a purpose. Every soul has a purpose, and there is a reason why we are here on this earth, why we choose this life, why we choose this body, and why we come here to grow and evolve, why and all that. There is a reason. So this book goes deep dive into that concept, and I really like how the author go deep dive into the different case studies they did in the experiment, talking about how the souls evolve, what are the younger souls do, what are the old souls do, what the younger souls think about, what the old souls think about. The great thing about that I feel free when I think about the soul perspective, but when I think from the human perspective, I feel like I'm a cage to my life. But when I think from the soul perspective, I feel freedom, and that's why I really like about this. Want to know more about the afterlife, incarnation, journey of the souls? If you really want to know whether the hell or heaven does really exist, then go definitely read this book. It's an amazing book. Your souls get caught up in the life drama too much. They focus on the life too much, the 3D world that they are seeing from their eyes, and they totally focus on that, because I'm gonna explain why, okay? But just hear me out first. So younger souls caught up in the drama too much, but the older souls know that this is just the drama, this is just another life, and they just are here to experience a beautiful life, to gain knowledge, to grow and evolve, and then they're gonna transcend this life and move to the next life. So the older souls are more knowledge, more experience. And what I mean by older and new souls, the new souls are the souls who haven't been gone through so many lifetimes. I hope it makes sense. It's really hard to explain these things because I never explain to anybody, but it's really hard to explain these things from the human perspective, because our logical mind would be like, wait a second, what she's talking about. Souls are the souls that have experienced human lifetime several times before. Like they have been in this earth several times, experiencing through the different lifetimes, through the different body, through the different perspectives. So they are at the high level than the new soul. And that's why the aura or the color or the frequency or the vibration or the energy of the old soul is more high in comparison to the new soul. This is just one concept from the book which I really like to focus on, because it's really helped me think the way very differently. It really opens my mind and it gives me the freedom which I wanted. Like, of course we talk about the physical freedom, but I think that the freedom comes more importantly from your mind. If you're free from your mind, then everything is a reflection of you. So if you're free from your mind, if you feel free from your mind and you feel free vibrationally, then physically you're gonna be free sooner or later. They talk about that if you see that certain souls die before their actual lifetime, like if they commit suicide or the accidents or they die because of non-natural death, then after dying they may not be ready to leave their soul, leave their body, because they don't want to die. That wasn't natural death, so they may not want to leave their body, so they'll be close to their body and see what happened to their body when they die. I hope it makes sense. It's very deep. It's very, very deep. It's very hard for me to explain, but this book is like opening my mind like so much, and I'm gonna read more, because the more I read, the more I understand in a better, simple way. They have to leave the body. Then the soul will be near to the body and see what's happening to their body after they die. They see their funeral and all those activities that happen, and sometimes they don't want to leave the earth. They don't want to go to the spirit world because they don't want to die. They don't want to leave their body, but they leave the body. Their soul is still there in this world, in the earth, and they don't want to go to the spirit world until they get ready to go to the spirit world. So it's kind of like a new souls who are not ready to go to the spirit world because they don't want to leave their body, but they have left their body and they still persist in the 3D world or still persist in the earth, in the human world, unless they feel ready to go to the spirit world. Because after we die, we go to the spirit world. But every soul decide and choose when they want to go to the spirit world. Some souls wants to be on the human earth for a very long time because they want to confront their loved ones. They want to be near their loved ones because they still have the feelings and attachment to them, and they want to be near them. They don't want to go and do the spirit world. They are not ready, so the soul's still there on the earth, and that's how the thing is. But when they get ready, they go to the spirit world, and they have their guides in the spirit world who actually guide them for their next lifetime and help them grow them, like help and to grow and evolve to go into the better lifetime. There's no such hell and heaven concept that we see in the movies that the people talk about, that you're gonna be burned on in the hot liquids and you will suffer so much. No, nothing like that happened. Because when you go to the spirit world, every soul has their journey, so the soul already knows what they have been through in the past lifetime, and based on that they go to the guide. And every soul has their guide, and then they talk with them and they confront what happened in their past lifetime, and then they choose, and then they go according to their next lifetime. It's very deep. I'm just actually telling you a little bit, very short, brief description about the book. You can read about the book. It's very knowledgeable and very good book. To know that since they committed suicide, their soul know that they leave the earth before they even have to leave it, because they don't want to face the earth problems, and that's why they committed suicide. They have to live those problems again in their next lifetime, because they haven't confronted those problems in this lifetime, and they try to escape from the lifetime by committing suicide. And in the next lifetime they have to again go through the same problems, because these problems are not there to stop them. These problems are there to help them to grow and evolve and go to the next level. So that's all I want to talk about this thing, because there is so much in the book what I really like, and I want to digest more about these concepts. Because before that, the only religion was talking about these afterlife, incarnation and all that concept. But now this book is actually a scientific research, and they are actually research, and there is a case studies which is real, and they are packed by the science. So now you have the power of the religion and the science to pack up the incarnation and afterlife, and which is amazing. I really love this book, and I would rate 5 out of 5 for this book. I love this book. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Have you read about this book, or do you want to read about this book? Your thoughts, your experience are really welcome in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you the next time. Till then, take care. Bye guys.